All right, now we have One Piece chapter 999. We are closing in on chapter 1000. We have this excellent color spread here of the Straw Hat crew just reveling and relishing in riches. A golden whale breaching in the background. If you combine this poster with the next one, you'll have a special 1000 chapter poster. Fantastic. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Can't wait to see the other half. I really just like the super kind of curly stylized design on the one with that really cartoony, just Oda's kind of signature cartooniness of the straw hat. And then just the richness of detail within this picture. The richness of the riches. Okay. So they're certainly making a big deal about Chapter 1000. Will they make a big deal within the plot as well? I bet. I hope so. Okay. So, this is Chapter 999. The sake I brewed to drink with you. We suddenly have this Ace flashback, which started in the last chapter. As I said before, it had been long known that Ace went to Wano, way back in the Whitebeard War arc, with Lil Oars Jr. talking about the hat that Ace had made him while he was in Wano. Then at the start of the Wano arc, we got kind of a more emotional connection to that with, Dumpling Girl talking about her friendship with Ace and Luffy having to break the bad news that Ace is dead, which he said basically that bluntly. But we never really knew why Ace was on Wano. Apparently it was to take Kaido's head. I am surprised that Whitebeard authorized such a plan. But there's been many such occasions where during his time with the Whitebeard crew or before, Ace would just run off and fight somebody for almost no reason. He fought Jinbei for like a week or something. I don't know. He's got a lot to prove. He's got a big chip on his shoulder. So I'm not sure when this takes place. I guess he's already but he doesn't have the back tattoo. I was gonna say he must already be in Whitebeard's crew because he makes the hat for Lil Oars Jr. But he doesn't have the back tattoo in this shot, or at least it doesn't seem like he does. Maybe it's being covered up by fire. So I don't know. I don't know when this happens chronologically. My father and his men are on an expedition. You won't find a single officer in this land. Oh, it's Yamato, Kaido's son, Yamato. Surely you've had enough violence for now. Do they have any obligation to protect the island? I like, there's this person in the numbered gas mask that says tricycle. Strange. It looks like this is Kaido's crew before they had access to the smile fruit. Because nobody seems to have like the gifters, nobody's animalized. Or there's like this one animal looking guy here in the middle panel, but I think that's just literally an animal. That's just like my cat, whom you can see walking back there. So families of these abducted children are waiting. So he rescues some children from Wano. He notices that Yamato has shackles on. Doesn't make sense that someone this powerful isn't the captain. I want to settle this. And Yamato's like, I guess let's fight. So this is our first real indicator of just how strong Yamato is. Like, we assumed that he was really strong and that he was probably this worthy successor to Odin that he pictured himself. But this is the first time we've actually seen him square off against a character whose strength we understand fairly well, like Ace. And apparently they're pretty evenly matched. And they have this emotional connection too, that they both hate their fathers. They both feel cursed by the blood of their fathers into this life of being persecuted by reputation, being hated before they're met. A demon child. Is your old man that much? Forget about the cuffs. Why do you let him chain your heart too? And here we see Yamato's declaration. I want to live as free as Odin did. So it was Yamato himself that cut down the dragon statue that Kaido loved so much. It's the spirit Yamato. And then Ace punches it for good measure. Lovely. If I get these off, I swear I'll go with the C2. It's a lake out there. Lots of young folks making a name for themselves. There's this Caven something guy. Oh, poor Cavendish. After like years and years of total absence from the plot, despite him saying he's the most beautiful popular pirate of all time, there's this brief one sentence message that just kind of summarizes his entire, and it does actually speak a lot to his reputation, because like Ace is the type to not really give a shit, just like his brother. And the fact that Ace still can remember that there is some Caven something guy out there. Props to Cavendish, you know. But it's still so sad. This is like his entire legacy up to when he appears in Dressrosa summarized as Ace going, yeah, there's this guy. I think he rides around on a horse, maybe. I'm on a level of my own, of course. But hear things about guys tearing up on the other seas. Kid in the south, Law in the north, Beige in the west. Cool, cool, cool. Other pirates, of course, very relevant to the plot today. The toughest one of all will be setting sail for a few years at my little brother. Ooh! Well, he's just going on and on about Luffy because he loves Luffy so much. Oh, that's so nice. Oh. So this is kind of cool that there's this other layer that Luffy is living out Ace's will, Ace's desires to crush Kaido, just as Ace prophesied that the toughest pirate hadn't even entered the sea yet. It's too bad that Luffy wasn't here to hear this connection. That Yamato might not ever realize that that brother he was talking about is the one rampaging on this island at that very second. Okay. There's a pirate who's trying to save Wano. Momonosuke doesn't know about that. Don't worry, I hate him. I told him I'm Odin. I'm your father. Don't worry about my father. I'm your father. Yeah, Yamato. Okay. Can you tell us about this man? Ace died 2 years ago. Okay. So yeah, this is... They're also talking about Ace, coincidentally. He's got no delicacy. Ace is dead. But Ace is dead. Oh, Otama, that's her name. That was really painful for Luffy, too. That's right. Oh, do you remember the scene where he's like, I still have my crewmates? When he counts them out on his fingers? Oh, man, that scene is... Oh, so good. Oh, it's so good. And it just... Oh, it's so... Oh, man. Oh, I can't even talk about it. It's too much. It's too emotionally overwhelming. I'm just gonna move forward with this chapter. I can't handle it. Okay. The Queen, of course, having a little bit of a conflict here. Marco is saving everyone. The Queen is saying, why don't you just die to my disease that I just spread indiscriminately through the battlefields and fight Marco? I'm not going right after Kaido at this point. Okay. Marco, I don't think wants that trouble. He's just gonna fight all these rubes for a while. I like that he knows Nico Robin's name, which is kind of interesting. I guess Robin has quite the reputation, and Marco strikes me as a very learned person who would understand, you know, he knows about the tragedy of Robin's people and about the poneglyph and stuff. And he knows the true history of the world to some extent, I'm sure. Anyways, but then Brook is just Bone Man. He is just that skeleton that they hang out with. So they all swarm Marco. Marco flies off with Zoro. Nice view. This is a cool shot. I just... The way that Marco's Phoenix form is drawn is really special, I think. Mostly because of the tail. The tail with all these little conjoined circles, I think, is a very clear homage to the Phoenix of Tezuka. Tezuka's legendary series Phoenix has the Phoenix drawn in a very similar way in a lot of ways. So I think this is a very clear homage by Oda to the great god of all manga. I don't know. I can still think back into the Whitebeard War when we first saw Marco turn into a phoenix. Oh my god, I was hyped. I remember I was at my cottage, and the internet up there is basically non-existent. I was tethering off my aunt's cell phone. It took like an hour to download the chapter. This is back before online readers were prevalent. You downloaded the chapter as a series of zipped images. I can remember just freaking out as I saw Marco turn into the phoenix. How many times have I told you, Ace? You know he used to be the 2nd Division commander before you, and why the position was unfilled for so long. That, of course, being the guy that Blackbeard killed, right? Wait, hold on. No, Blackbeard killed the 4th Division commander to steal the Darkness fruit. Who was the 2nd Division commander before Ace? Whoa, was it Odin? Am I an idiot? Was it Odin? Did they say that for sure? I don't know. One of Odin's years considered moving on Wano many times, but in the end never did. Okay, so this is why Ace went to Wano. He was just super pissed off about Odin dying. He wanted revenge. I like Marco just casually eating a pineapple. I'm going on my own. I made a promise. So I guess maybe this is his vow as a Whitebeard pirate, that he wants revenge on the one that killed Odin. Think you can vanquish the man that Kozuki Odin could not? Don't be conceited, Ace. Odin was plenty tough. Get wanting to take out a big shot though, Commander Ace. There's Blackbeard himself. Can't keep my promise if I don't get stronger. Pops ever gives you the go-ahead. Send me an invitation, Ace. Be interested too. Bet we could win already. And here they are. Oh, and Marco cries with the joy that Ace's long held dream is finally coming true. That they're moving on Kaido, that they're attacking Kaido, and that Marco is there for the war. Oh, this is beautiful, isn't it? Like, the whole Odin flashback, it was amazing, right? Like, just the number of, like, super hype characters that wove together, the number of historic eras that moved through. You realize just how monumental of a man Odin was. But it kind of felt like fan service, right? Like, it felt like so over the top because they could get away with it, because it was kind of inconsequential. It all happened in the past. But now to see how all of that history, and even more, like Ace too, some of the most emotional things in all of One Piece, how that is also tied into Odin's story and the story of Wano, and to have that like come to fruition now in the present, where it's not just like fan service, where it's not just like, well, you might as well, but instead is like the motivators of the arc that's happening. Oh man. Oh, okay. Marco flying up. The 2 dinos are waiting. Don't assume you can just fly right past us. All of those samurai are surely dead by now, and once Kozuki Odin's son is dead, this battle is over. You really think that you're in for a rude awakening, pitting yourself against the new generation now. Queen has a gun in his mouth. I don't know if that's like a Brontosaurus thing, or a Kaido thing, or a Queen thing, but he does. Bang, bang, bang. Sure. Okay. But it does nothing, because Marco is a phoenix. Otama, of course, now just learning that Luffy is Ace's brother. He's Roger's son and Luffy's brother. Is this true? Oh, I'm so glad that Momonosuke found out. Okay. Only consider that an act of fate. So it's all out in the open now. I'm glad. It's that everyone can feel, every character knows the true historic, fateful weight of everything that's happening. After all, Luffy's name has the letter D in the middle. This is why Yamato considers it an act of fate. Okay, so at the top of the battle, Prometheus and Zeus wreaking havoc, Big Mom eating something. Oh, no, those two are eating Prometheus and Zeus are eating. Big Mom isn't eating flames. Of course. Cosplay anything you want, but leave Nico Robin alive. 3 hours of yours. Give that 3 of yours winged energy. We could run for a 2 hour to awaken. We're gonna put this island down. Okay. Is the plan to crush the old capital? You're gonna be showing your hand. I still think of you like a little brother. Okay. Nothing like ending chapter 999 with 2 of the most powerful characters in the whole series shouting the One Piece at each other. Oh! Okay. So the Rocks pirate crew fell into ruin at God Valley. I gave you that legendary model of the fish fruit. You owe me for life, Kaido. Who ate the fish fruit? Oh, man. Okay. So maybe the 1000th chapter is going to be a flashback to that? The legendary model of the fish fruit. Could that be like an ancient weapon or something? Okay. Let's look forward to the next chapter. I think it's already out. It's just not out on the Viz site yet, but we'll wait until it's on the Viz site. Okay. More to come. Chapter 1000 coming soon. See you then. Bye-bye.